So here's the easiest way to make more money, scale your ads, and spend less time inside your business. We're gonna go through it step by step. So one of the main things we hear from e-commerce brand owners is, how do I scale my business without getting trapped in the day-to-day operations of the business? Very common issue on what happens inside of an e-commerce brand. So today we're gonna go through step by step, and I'm gonna show you exactly how we get that done.
Jumped on over to the computer. I want to let you guys see this chart. We're gonna break this chart down step by step, so it's actually gonna be pretty easy to follow, right? So I wanted to put this on a very simple chart, so it's not super complex. We're gonna go through the step by step. If you follow this strategy, you will get sales and you will be able to scale online, right? So we're gonna talk about just the very basic level, basic strategy on how to run ads the most effective way on your e-commerce store, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to optimize your Instagram profile for your product or for your service, right? So what that means is your Instagram should be optimized to be obvious what it is that you're selling, right? So for example, let's take a look. One of the local restaurants, to just explain what I mean by optimizing the Instagram page. First, you'll see here, the name of the page is Garden Grace Houston, and you have the category here, you have the name of the business, and this one has the actual chef's tag here as well, but it's very obvious that this is a restaurant page, right? So they want to get people into their restaurant. So what are they doing? They're showing high quality photographs of the product, right? Food photographs, things that would be enticing to people to come in, photographs that people actually eat in there, kind of social proof that is good. We have different, drink photographs. It's very obvious what the profile is about, and it looks relevant for a restaurant page, right? So if you have a product, it's the same way. It's no different, right? If you're gonna have a product, let's say that you're selling a soap page. See what we can find here. Here we go. So we've got a product-based page. Again, title is very self-explanatory. Cosmetic and personal care lets you know what this product is under, and then they have a tagline, right? Just like that, you're glorious. But all of the content is very professional, right? So very clear pictures. If you look at the captions are very specific on what this is a giveaway. We can look at another caption that's just product-based. So let's look at one that is more product-based, right? And we'll get into what captions and messaging is. But this is profile optimization. Very clear what it is, logo, category, right? So let's jump out of this. Let's go back into the next step. Before you do anything, you have to have an optimized profile, or this is just gonna hurt your conversions overall. The next thing is creating engaging content. So what is creating engaging content? That's two different things. If you have an image or a picture, you want the picture to be a high quality picture, right? So, a lot of times you can post pictures or short videos on your story or whatever the case may be that may not be the highest quality, but if you're gonna put it on your feed that everybody's gonna see, that new people are gonna see when you start seeing the traffic to that profile, you wanna create engaging content. So let's just go back to the same page, right? As we can see, which page got some good engagement here. Okay, here was the giveaway. We can see it has a ton of engagement, thousands of comments. It's just a high quality video that's been edited to show the details on this giveaway. All right, so this is very engaging. This is something that people are gonna tag each other on. They're gonna send to other people. They're gonna share. Share is a part of engagement. So just always remember that if a profile is good and somebody shares it, that counts toward the algorithm for engagement, not just likes and comments. If you share it, they feel like it's relevant content, right? So we're looking at just engaging content that people will actually look at and actually want to listen to, or comment, or make, or share, right? So that's what engaging content is, right? So the next step, We have to create good messaging on the captions for Instagram. So remember, we're optimizing for Instagram placements whenever we're gonna run ads. So good messaging means underneath the content, you need to have message or a caption that makes sense to the particular product. So again, I'm using the same page so we can get real examples, right? Not just theory. So let's look at this one. So again, this is a soap, a body wash, a natural body wash, and it says it's giving everything shower energy, warm vanilla steam, soft skin, main character glow, right? So as I'm sure they've studied their profile, their ideal client, they know what they're looking for, right? So this caption speaks toward this particular image, right? So they have a professional image from a product shoot that looks really good. They might have used AI on the packaging, but either way, it's a really good quality photo, and you can see it gets engagement. People are actually leaving real comments on it, right? And people who have it are actually vouching for the product, right? So that's messaging. Another example of that is when they do the giveaways. So they're actually putting the details in here. The details are very specific on how it works, right? To enter this giveaway, do these 3 things: like, follow, tell us which product you like the best, share to your story. The winner will be announced, and then they do the giveaway, right? So it's very straightforward on the caption. Now, if we go to more of right here, which is be kind of your short form video content, short 30-second videos, now we get into what's called copy and messaging. So the message says, unwrap some true magic this Christmas with soap and glory's most dazzling gift set yet, right? And they go into the pros of having this product, right? And now you have 2 senses working. You have a video working, you can see it. You have the actual reading of the description where they talk about how you feel when you have the product, which is what you're really selling. You're always selling the feeling or reaction or result. And they talk about that, right? And they talk about very specifically what you get when you get ready to get this bundle. So that's what engaging content is, right? So we have to get these 3. We have to get these 3 right first before we go any further. If we don't get these 3 things right, nothing we do beyond this will optimize, right? So that's not a step that we skip. A lot of people skip these steps. And then when you get to the actual strategy of running ads, it makes it much difficult for your ads to make money. So this is the foundation, everything before you start to run ads. Second thing is so there's 4 types of ads that you can run, whether you're running $50 a day or $500, right? So what you can do is run what they call a post engagement ad. So this is an option when you get ready to run your Facebook ads. An objective is post engagement ad. So that means, for example, we're gonna go back to our example page. If we saw that this page right here, or this post here, had good engagement, but let's go to one that had kind of like really good engagement, which was the giveaway, right? So, and they may have actually run this for this post, but we take this particular post, and inside of the ads manager, we would run a post engagement ad. So what that is actually what I call the real version of an Instagram boost ad, right? Instagram's always trying to get you to boost an ad, which you can do, but you're not gonna get the same reach as if you do a post engagement ad the right way. So basically what it's doing is taking this post, this existing post, and we're going to push it out to more people like the people who already are engaging with this, right? Most of the time, you don't have to be super narrow on targeting and interest and all of that. You really just have to say, hey, this is the country, this is the age range, and you don't have to get real specific on the demographic. You can put on your post engagement ad as little as $5 or $10 a day, and it's gonna push this out. Since we already know this is good content, it's gonna push that out to the algorithm, to more of your followers, to more of the people that even don't follow you, so you can get engagement with this, right? Which in turn brings people to your Instagram profile overall, and we'll get to why that's important. So post engagement is the first thing you want to do. Second thing you want to do is you're going to set up retargeting ads to your web, or retargeting ads for people from the website and from the Instagram visitors. So when you start running these post engagement ads, what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of people, hundreds if not thousands of people, who are now coming to your Instagram profile. Now, Facebook Ads Manager keeps track or keeps tabs of these things. So you're going to have a pool of 100, 500,000, maybe 10,000 new Instagram profile visitors that you're going to be able to retarget with a very specific ad. Now, the retargeting ad itself, with the video or the image, is going to be an ad or a piece of content that's specifically aimed towards people who have already seen your product, already visited the website. So that's going to be that's what the objective of a retargeting ad is. So, for example, if we had run a post engagement ad here, then everybody that came to this ad, that came to this post from that engagement ad, would be in that audience, right? And so inside of Facebook, in Audience Manager, you can create an audience for Instagram profile visitors, which there's a whole separate video on how to do that, but you can literally go to YouTube and type in, how do I create an audience for retargeting in Ads Manager? Just type those words in, it's a full video on how to do that, right? So once you have that, you'll also see that they're gonna have a link, 9 times out of 10 is gonna be a link to their website or somewhere where you can buy, right? So this particular one has like a link tree. Let's see here. Not quite sure. Here we go. Okay, so they're doing affiliate. They have an affiliate setup, so that's a whole different thing. But let's just pretend they sent you to a soap website. So if you clicked here, a soap website, where you would go directly to that website, and everybody who visited that website, since your website should be pixeled already, you could retarget them with the ad, right? So that's what the retargeting ad is. So let's say we're gonna just use a conservative budget. Let's just say we have $5 going towards the post engagement ad every day. And let's say we have $10 going towards the retargeting, so we're having this first ad push traffic, push impressions to us, so that we can activate the second stage, which is the retargeting ads in the website and Instagram video. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna set up what I call an open targeting ad. And this is gonna be for your best performing organic ads. If you don't have a best performing organic ad, you're gonna have to test you'll have to test different pieces of content at the same time. So let's just say we have a $30 for this. We might test 3 videos at the same time, right? So let's just call it 3 pieces of content, and we could pretend that this would be one video. We could pretend that this would be another video, and then this would be a third video. And now all 3 of those, we're testing all 3, 1, 2, 3 videos at the same time under that $30 budget. So we have $10, $10, and $10, all underneath. I'm gonna show you here. All underneath this open targeting ad. So what that's gonna do is send a large amount of impressions and clicks, again, to your website and to your Instagram page. Now, when it goes to your website, just to give you an example, let's do a different page since this page is doing their own thing. Let's actually do, so let's go to one that actually has here we go. So this brand actually has their own website. And, Okay, this is an old website, means they haven't updated it, but let's go to it anyway. It doesn't really matter. So this would be, let's just say the ad is promoting this particular body oil, right? So let's just say this was out of stock, but it doesn't matter for this purpose. So what you would do is on that ad that has these 3 videos, your call to action or your link that says shop more or learn more, I'm sure you've seen those videos, you would have that go directly to this product page. Now, what most people are going to do, which is wrong and which is going to have you not make money and not convert, is you're going to pay all that money and send people to a home page that has 16, 17, 25 different products, and you're going to lose this potential buyer. So now I've seen, let's say a video. Let's see, I see a video on the page that I like. For example, I see this video, and then I click on the ad, and then the ad takes me here, and it's 500 products, and I have no idea which product to get, and you lose the conversion. Versus, I see the ad, right? So versus me seeing this ad right here, and then boom, I click on it, and I'm straight to the product. Oh, this is the same product. It's not the same product, but for the purposes of this video, we'll say it is. So I'm looking at this like, oh, that's the product, and I click on that, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And in the best case scenario, this will have multiple reviews on here, and it's easy to somebody click on here, and now they can check out, right? So it's an easier sell when you approach it this way. So they could just click it. See how this one has 20 reviews? So they would roll down to the bottom, like, oh, okay, somebody bought this. Oh, I see a bunch of different people bought this, and they gave it good reviews. Every now and then you get a bad review. There's no way around it. As a matter of fact, if you see a product with 100 reviews and they're all 5-star reviews, I can almost guarantee you it's fake. So you're gonna have these reviews down here, and then a new customer is like, okay, well, this means it has social proof, so I'm gonna go ahead and add it to cart and buy. So that's that part of the process, right? So let's move to the next part. We've got this one set up. We got the second retargeting ad set up. We got the open targeting. And then this is optional, but I really like this process, which is an awareness ad. Now, awareness ad is a video. Typically, I would say a video would be your best bet when you run this, whose only purpose is for branding and awareness. What does that mean? So branding and awareness is meaning its only purpose is to make somebody aware that this product or this service exists. It does not have a call to action. You cannot click on the video. There's nothing to click on to buy. It's just either educating you or making you aware that something exists. And the thing about the awareness ads is they're extremely cheap. You can run these for $5 a day. You get a lot of impressions, right? And so you might say, well, Steve, why would I run an ad with no call to action that's not telling anybody to buy? Well, let's jump back over and see. If I run an awareness ad, and let's just say, stick with me now, this is gonna make sense. All right, so let's just say that we're running an awareness ad, and this is the video. So this is actually a good one to run an awareness ad. So it talks about how many customers have been served. It talks about kind of the journey of the company. It does have a sale down here, discount, but let's pretend this wasn't there. You could really just use this content here and run it, and there's no call to action. So it's kind of like, oh, that's interesting. This company's been around, 6 years. They got 100,000 customers. They've been working hard. Cool, right? So now somebody may either hit follow. Let's say they don't even hit follow. What they do is they click on this, and they go to the profile and they start looking through posts. Oh, okay, I see this post. Okay, this is a customer journey, so stick with me. They see this, oh, okay, this seems nice, but maybe they don't buy it right now. That's fine. But what we just did is we just dumped them right into the ecosystem. So what happens? All of these people see that video, they're aware of this video, and guess what they see sooner or later? Retargeting ad. So they get a retargeting ad that does have a call to action, that does have a link that they can click to get a discount or get their first purchase. And we've just increased that pool of people who could potentially become new customers. So you got your post engagement ad, your retargeting ad, your open targeting ad, and your awareness ad with no call to action. You run all these simultaneously. For example, this could be $5 a day here. You could be $10 a day here. Now you're at 15. It could be $30 a day here. Now you're at 45. You could be $5 a day here. Now you're at 50. Now you're $50 a day, and you're running all 4 of these ad types. What's going to happen is you have you're going to send these people to the website one way or the other, right? Even with the awareness ad, eventually they're going to end up getting to the website. So now we have website conversion optimization. Now we could go deep into this. I'm not going to go deep into it. I'm just going to touch on some things that are subtle that people may not think make a difference. So real quick, when you send a person to a product page, it's important that you have the opportunity to create reviews, right? And most of you that are watching this video already have sales. So you want to have reviews displayed. If you don't have any reviews, for some reason you're not collecting reviews, then you need to give away products until you get reviews. So what's going to happen is you want to show the reviews. You want to have your description of the product, right? This is a good review snippet here. You got your ingredients, you got your notes, clean ingredients on the fold, how to use, which is always helpful. You got your recommended products that could go with this product. This all helps. And then if you want to get real advanced, right? Let's say we want to get real advanced and we want to, let's go to a different one. We want to go to a site that's really trying to convert. Now, let's say I'm confused and go to a different site and I'm not sure if I'm buying the right product. Now what I can do is I can install an AI bot that is already trained on every product I have and everything that those products do. So I can go in here and I would say, hey, I would say, what is the best soap? We'll say, what is the best soap to use? And we'll just do something simple, right? Now, depending on how you have it set up, some people have it set up for a 24-hour service. Some people have business hours. Depends on how the AI bot is set up. It's going to act as a customer service representative that's expert on all products, right? So I can do everything. Now look at this. I just asked what's the best soap to use, and it says the best soap to use is this particular one. An all-natural yoni bar available in 7 cents, and it tells you all the scents, and then it gives you the options to click on the scent that you want to get, right? So I could go here. If I click on the scent that I liked, for example, it's gonna actually think it's gathering the details, and you just give it a second, and now this person is getting help in real time at 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, whatever time that it is, right? So it says, hey, we have this scent available as large, but then we also have a 3-pack. And then you say, well, which one do you want? Okay, I want the 3-pack, right? You click on that. So this is a customer service representative that's walking a person through a sale without any human being involved. So when we send people to these pages, if you have AI and automation set up on the website, you can actually increase the conversion because they don't have to send an email about, hey, will this work on this? Will this work on this? The other thing that it does as well, let's see, would you like to proceed with that size? Say yes. The other thing that it also does is they can track their orders on these bots. So if I ordered 2 days ago, I can put my name in or put my email address in and say, hey, this order was just shipped out yesterday. It should be here Friday. I can go in and put in, ask questions about, here's the issue I have, what product is the best for that, and it'll recommend that because it's been trained on everything about it, right? So this actually helps people decide what product to use in real time without a human being involved. So again, that's a little bit more complex. However, if you're doing, I would say volume, maybe 20,000 or more, you should include that, because now not only does it do it via chat, it also does it via email. So you can train it to answer your support email in the same way. So you don't have, this eliminates missed support emails, missed support from customers, shipping questions. All of that gets eliminated when you install this AI on the Shopify site. The last piece of it, let me get down to the finish line here, is once those conversions happen, once people start to buy, now we have the automated flows. So a purchase, an email is put in when they go to purchase, and typically what will happen is that email will go drop into like a Klaviyo marketing tool. Then if they're a new customer, there will be a series of emails, or there should be a series of emails, maybe 5-6 emails, that what we call indoctrination sequences. And what that means is, thank you, right? A thank you email. Hey, thanks for buying. Thanks for trying out the brand, yada, yada, yada. Then the next 2 days later, there may be an email. Hey, by the way, here's the best way to use the product that you bought. Here's the best way to use the product. Let's say the other product that you bought. If you bought 2 products. Also, hey, here's a bundle that includes a product you got plus 3 other products for the next time you purchase. It might, you can tell them you get a better deal if you buy a bundle, right? Also, sometimes it's just a pure education. Hey, did you know that if you eat these ingredients, or if you have this tea recipe, it'll actually be better for your skin or better for your detoxing your body. So all of these things are educating that person, so you're staying in front of them to where that one order turns into 2 or 3 orders. And more importantly, they become a repeat customer, because we're always looking at lifetime value of a customer. When you have a product that's maybe a skincare product, or a beauty product, dress, pants that they bought, whatever the case may be, you want them to buy again and again and again. And part of that process is continuing to put value, continuing to put things in front of them that they like, and then educating them on the product, right? So that's the automated flows. And then you have your weekly email campaigns. Now, you may only send 2 emails out, maybe 3 emails out a week, but those could be emails that are repurposed from your Instagram post. They can also be emails that, for example, you create to educate people on what's going on with the business, right? So it's always good to have that as well. The last piece of it is the automated indoctrination flows that happen if a person opts in, let's say, via a lead magnet. So they get a free guide, they get a top 10 checklist, they get all of these things. If they opt in that way, they will get a separate set of emails that talk about, let's say, detox, for example, right? So we know those people opted in for this, they're interested in this. We send them 5, 6, or 7 emails across a period of like 2 to 3 weeks that talks about detoxing because they downloaded a detox guide, right? So if we do that, these people have already opted in and or bought from us. So now we're staying in front of those people. And when you're emailing, you don't want to spam email. We always want to use the 3 out of 4 rule. It means for every 4 emails, 3 of them should be educational, 1 of them could be promotional, right? If you're educating more than you're promoting, you're going to make more overall, because you get a higher open rate, not spammed. When people see your brand name or they see your name, they know, hey, this person might actually be sending me some content that's worth reading versus they're just trying to send me something to make me buy. So that's the entire strategy, guys. I hope this makes sense to you. Leave a note in the comment. If you're still here, make sure to hit the like or subscribe button below. And I promise you, if you go through this strategy, you use this strategy and this blueprint, you're able to scale your store to 6 and 7 figures a year, and it's a lot of times 6 figures a month. You can use this blueprint to do that. If you have a brand that's already established, you want help scaling, you want us to help you with this process, just send us an email. You can send an email to support@wegrowyourbrand.com, or just DM or message me, and we'll see if we're able to help you out, see if you qualify for one of our programs. So I hope this helped, guys. Use it. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment if you thought this was valuable. I hope you guys appreciated it, and I'm out.